Hello everybody, welcome to the fastest chaos, Ganji, runner-up of DM World Cup, representing Sweden, hey comrade, and SaladEsc, a little bit further to the south on this map, and in real life, coming from Denmark, or playing from Denmark, with the Celts, and quite some stable starts here, a bit odd against the Kelar. But it is actually Paladins, because Ganji wants to rush, wants to kill villagers. Both they are started with a Step Lancer, non-elite though, so it doesn't get the Will and gets cleared here by the Halberdiers and Paladins. Celts a very good defensive civilization at the start as well. Faster moving Halberdiers, very, very useful against the rush. Going for a bit of a chicken market there, not straight away, but a little bit later. And there is a pause. 1 sec, almost built gate. Ganji is on the process of disabling his hotkeys, and he read the rulebook. Let's go! Or he remembers from World Cup that gates are always banned in DM. What the fuck, this looks so awkward. It was the starting unit here. And the rush is coming in, the Paladins from Ganji. Said it is not rushing. What do you make the stables for, man, if you don't rush? But I think he might lack the experience in DM to know how to rush, and therefore is just defending with his Paladins. Yeah, it looks like he thinks rushing is sending a group in once you have a group, which can also work, but it is not the classic way to do it. And the kills come in later, which is a problem, because you want the kills right away to hinder your opponent from building, and Ganji is doing just that, as already taken out 4 villagers, takes another one over here. And that is quite some damage already, 12 to 7 villagers. And the earlier you kill a villager, the better. Just the same principle as in all Age of Empires game modes. And boy, that's not where the Paladins want to go. There is a villager here for the taking. Yeah, they get that at least 6 to 1 now, but it's also 6 on the other side. Ganji not disappointing with the rush. Salad also no early castles, no defenses here. Oh my god, as the Celts houses in the front and not in the back. There should be 2 castles here where the houses are, and the houses should be here at these 2 stables. As Celts are probably just too much. I would love to see more barracks rather. Yeah, I'd say 7 barracks with Celts should be the way to go. Map-wise, we do have a little lag at the top, which it shouldn't be too important, but it's kind of a Kilimanjaro generation here. If you remember Kilimanjaro, for example, from Deathmatch World Cup, big hill in the middle with a monster wood line. So kind of 2 places on the hill. Ganji going for the southern part, while armies mainly on the north part. 22-13. If Salad can survive here, probably has a good mid-game to late game with the Celts. Mainly a good mid-game with his siege, depending on the number of cataphracts, and if the cataphracts can get the siege snipes down while partly avoiding, partly killing the infantry. A heavy cataphract build as well, as I said, and I would have expected 3 castles in the starting phase. Some Paladins by him, and a lot of Halberdiers. Army count 130 to 88. You say the matchup is really bad for Salad, so you actually like Byzantines more? I said Byzantines can be okay against Celts. Oh boy, castle being attempted here, but Ganji is quick with vigilance there, will take out all 3 villagers there, I believe. So no castles toward the middle. Yeah, I've been considering it depends on siege micro a lot, I think. If you have good siege micro Celts, and the map gives you good opportunities to do it, then you can also siege onto the cataphracts. But this map is very open, and that is good news for the Byzantines. Ganji already at 200 population, surrounding all the castles, stopping all the castles that are trying to get onto the hill. He has kinda castled the sides of the hill, but isn't the highest elevation, and also the southern part here that is remained uncontested against. Now, all cans and cataphracts don't die. Yeah, Byzantines maybe have the tools. The siege department isn't too great overall, though, right? Lacking siege engineers, so I don't know. Byzantines bombard cannons versus Celt onagers is the greatest thing ever. Cataphracts. Trying to raid here. But yeah, no ranged options against cataphracts. Always a bit annoying, because it actually means you have to probably play Paladin or just like mass help, right? Which is something that still works resource efficient and something that kids can probably really easily do. We need enough barracks for that though, which is why I really don't like that we have only 5 barracks in the field for Salad. Redemption monks, you play too much RM lately. That's looking good for Ganji. He's 200 pop to 100 pop, has the forward position, and he actually has a monk. But he has have map control, even going for the deep fish here. And he has a developed economy, 95 villagers, 18 farms already, kind of spread all around his start. Salad now pushing the south. Finally some siege on the field, but I think also very late towards siege workshop there for the Celts. They are big strength. I think Scorpions can be great in the matchup though, right? No good onagers for the Byzantines. Scorpions should do even okay against the Cataphracts. I really like the Scorpion edition from the Celts. I think this is a matchup maybe for Scorps. Byzantines would need Siege Ram then to have an effective matchup, but you can always mix it a few. Yeah, so against the Siege Ram, Celts do have their options here. Certainly no Portuguese Hindustanis as we saw earlier, where options are hard to find for one side. Relic-wise, 3 relics for Ganji, so he is taking early advantages from his rush with the early eco and with the relic gathering. But the Celt army, not too shabby, right? Pushing back here, Salad kills the castle. Salad is still in this game position-wise. If he can get his eco where it needs to be, he could be fine transitioning into the mid-game. More raids coming here at the south, but a nice quick reaction by our Danish player. 2 castles in the same spot. I'm not sure what I think about that. Monk tricking doesn't work anymore as the new patch made villagers not go back anymore. Only go back after a minute, but we don't need to monk trick when we have Cataphracts. We don't need to monk trick because we had Cataphracts coming in, because the castle goes up before the Cataphracts arrive. And now that's quite some army that is without siege under castle, I wanted to say, but that is not true. Ganji quick on the ball, 5 trebuchets there, but in the south, Salad is pushing as well. So yeah, for how one-sided the start looks, we do have both players on the offense situation here. Villager difference and overall army size quite a bit different. But it is a lot of habitus, a lot of cheap habitus for Ganji, and some help raids by Mr. Salad. Also vote raiders on the field finding quite some kills. Eco KD still in favor of the Byzantine, who started to raid early. Salad kills another castle here, but might now get cleaned by the Cataphractos. Bombard cannons also on the field. The units Goku in chat wanted to see. And Ganji is clearing it with that combination, so Hamza was right. That is working. And the push by Ganji does continue. A counter trap by the Celts, but it is 5 traps overall. These 2 are firing at a town center. And that's it. Redemption hooks too. Here comes the Celt counter. Yeah, that worked well. Maybe if you have like top RMers, they can transform everything into RM logic. They have the Bombard Cannon macro. Salad's will count still not healthy, and his army count going down. We'll get some traps for free though. Lost the castle here, and Ganji is taking over the hill again. 3 bombard cannons. Will still take some time to take down Cat castles. Cat's getting architecture. And Salad calls it though. Popped 70 won't be enough to sustain. Decent showing though. I would say there was a moment where he pushed back against a big favorite in the tournament. And not the greatest map and not the greatest matchup for Celts. Well played to Ganji. Takes game 1 with the Byzantines. Military score ahead for the Celts. So their army did better, but so it's more expensive if you factor in there was a lot of Byzantine habitats and economy far ahead for the Swedes. Back to the drafting board. And we had Celts not winning, but losing to the Byzantines to a later pick by Ganji as well. So that's a good sign for Ganji, who still has Magyars, Koreans, Gujarats, Dravidians, and Lithuanians at his disposal. Zed, on the other hand side, also still some decent civs, I would say. And we've got a Magyar Turk game. Prediction is up for game 2. As we do have some shadows spanning the map, and it looks like the middle water is connected to the outside, so it's one but very complicated bottle of water. I didn't want to say bottle. Puddle of water? I don't know. Hey, Lonesome Rider! And it's with good internet now, 1080p. Let's go into game 2. And there being water aspect on the map is good news for Salad, as he does have the far superior water civ in the Turks. We apparently started with a Xolotl warrior, so Magyar Xolotl here on the field. And coming out for the Turks should be dealing with our knight pretty fine, and it even has attack upgrades. Look at that. OP guy. For some reason he's +6. Maybe +6 and not +4? I guess don't get +6. They're not Lithuanians with 4 relics. But yeah, Magyars against Turks should also just be overall a decent matchup for Turks at the start. Both have good Kavachas, both have good Hussars. Later on, I would favor Magyars if it wasn't for the water. And I favor Turks a lot on water. But the problem is Salad isn't thinking about the water at all. I don't see a dock by him. Should be able to defend that with his camels. But that's apparently not possible. And do I see 30,000 points on the predictions? I don't think I've ever seen that many points on my predictions. 18,000 by Legend and another gazillion rocks on Ganji by someone else. So really easy bet on Salad right now. Basically become insanely rich. Legend gifting a lot of subs, so understandable that he has a lot of channel points. He definitely earned them, but might also lose them here. And Salad now finally adding a dog, camels going forward. Population 9 to 12 villager-wise. Salad looking to do some raiding now as well. Did anybody enter the market? Yep, Salad sold food and sold wood. Oh boy, selling wood on a water map. Not sure about that. But I guess he only realized after the fact that it is a water map, as he just constructed his first dock. And he's not queuing demos but galleons. Oh boy. Salad not too experienced on DM and DM water, it seems. Thank you for betting you 20 points, you are a legend. So at least you can win 20 points or like 10 points, I don't know. Who bet how much? On the other side there. On your side, but Kavachas, yeah, also not too big of a fan of Kavachas on the water map. Both players are obviously doing it because the civ matchup kind of demands it. And then selling wood even bigger of an issue, but as Ganji made more ships, he's probably gonna run out of wood. First, the ships should also really help him. Also no demos by the Magyars. They only get regular demo, but would still be worth it in my opinion. Especially as all the Kavachas are standing on the water here. 16 to 16 villagers, so this is certainly closer. And the Heavy is coming into play there now. Ships against Cavatars is a decent matchup, though. Everything kind of playing out in the middle besides these Cavaliers successfully stopping Ganji's eco expansion, so they are doing a really good job for Salad, who is losing quite some army in the middle though. Well, he's actually not losing. The KD is completely even, but Ganji seems to be producing more, because Ganji has a 77-240 army lead. And I think we have a little bit of ships getting stuck issue here as the lake has frozen around this dock. So that isn't too great. Ships could go around though and attack Ganji stocks, which I think would be good. Ganji also has a bit of a maneuverability issue. Has the same kind of mirrored on this side that ships can't go through there. So even though it looks kind of weird, it is even because both have a blockage there. Just have to play with it. It also hinders the opponent's ships from getting to this fleet, right? Lovely DM emotes. Let's see some hype. Let's see some explosions, I wanted to say, but no explosions as the players are refusing to make the strongest ship on DM Water usually. The heavy demo, or demo. I guess don't get heavy demo. Ganji now going for a raid himself. Will find some villagers here under this TC as there isn't much of army opposing him. There is a fleet still opposing him, but he does also have more ships. Magia Hutha taking down shippies here. Yeah, ships on these very small waters can be attacked by land units as well, even though the land units can't path over that. It makes them more secure for demos though. And the main fighting army of Ganji is reaching the base here. Not too much siege around. 1 bombard cannon, 4 cannon guns. They're working way on some houses. But Ganji looks to be in an overwhelming position again. And you might have a case of Ganji just being too good here, because I would have liked Turks more than Megas. But yeah, not going docks early enough for Salad, not making heavy demos. Selling wood, I think, is a problem. He didn't die to that, but in general, I don't think it's advisable when you're making A ships and B Cavatars. It's just too much wood cost to sell it. Just sell all your food down and call it a marketing day. By 20 points, says Ryder. Yeah, Ganji is the big favorite. That's why we saw so many points on him as well. Probably 99% prediction or something. Yeah, let me do scoreboard first and bring us to the draft. Oh, here. And the winner was Ganji. And we're into game 3 between Koreans and Mongols. 2 of the best SO civs in the game. The debate usually, who has the best SO, usually centers around Koreans, Mongols, and Ethiopians. I don't know if there's any other real contenders there. And yeah, the most fun to micro. Koreans, probably the best in most circumstances. Or the best if you don't want to micro. Let's say that. The Ethiopians, I think fall off to 2. Saracens, so more damage. No. More range is better than more damage. Faster moving is also better. Saracens have right ones. Ganji rushing with Koreans here? No, we start with 2 Tokyamoshkans. That is 21 attack. Oh boy, what a deadly unit. Yeah, both players losing villages to it. 3-2 here. Koreans getting treadmill crane while Mongols don't. But Mongols have the faster units. And we have a pretty similar generation to the one of game 1. A big hill in the middle and a water on the top side. Just this time, the hill is flat on the top, so more of a giant plateau, which will mean that elevation only comes into play when the bases are getting attacked. Other than that, a lot of resources around the players, not too many resources in the mid-map. Could be a bit stay, maybe some rest, some goals around the water as well. So the water is actually controlling some rest. Maybe it will play a minor role in this game. Plus we have a little bit more fish than last game. Prediction about to close. If you want to bet, do it now. And we once again have a lot of points on Ganji. I know there was the... Wait a second, there was the prediction of the last game. Was it? Yeah. I'm not used to doing this myself. Maybe I shouldn't do it myself. We actually have mods here, right? I don't know, I just decided I want predictions today. And let's go. Prediction is now up. Yeah, you could have done, like, taken the initiative Kagoon saying, I'll do it. Or taking the initiative and saying, Camred will do it. That would be more like you. 3 Gavachas, right, raid from Salad, but running into war wagons, but not that much of a difference at the start. 5 to 2 villager kills. That's something that Mongols can deal with. I feel Mongols are always a bit slow to add economy. Gavachas as well, so he wants to do early damage. They are costing the rest that we need for Magada and Siege though. Very deserty land in the middle, which is end far generation, I think, which is all good for Mongols, because their army is more mobile, while if we want to tower push this all, we have a whole lot of ground to cover till we tower push until our opponent's base. And usually that's what Koreans want to do. Tower into tower, slow push everything until the opponent can't run anymore and has to leave the map and e.g. the game. Three minutes left in the prediction still. Mongol HCA versus Koreans. Yeah, I am doubting it a bit too, but I guess Salad wanted to get onto the map for once. That allows him to do it a little bit quicker. But yeah, especially against heavy siege civ here, I would want a Magadai rather, right? Or their own SO, which he will need to micro a lot, and the Korean army is easier to micro. Few towers there, but probably trying to establish position here first and then towering from here or something, because otherwise that whole plateau is too huge. Also crack ground, kind of helping the Mongols here, making the Korean towers weaker. See also the Mongol castles if they're coming up. Oh, the Magadai, the Magadai! Fires on the SO instead. That high boomstick. It looks like a good fight for Ganji. Massive shots on kinda everything. Ganji is behind in Eco KD, but I think that's mainly Habitus that died in Eco KD. But it's losing the position, and I feel like we might be looking at a quick set here. That is big trouble for Salad. 19 villagers, 39 army. The HCA will use this. Is that viewing only HCA? No! Villagers and no Mangadai. Blacksky run in and fail their mission. I was hoping at least for a longer game 3. Not sure if it would have helped, but Mongols have champions. Yeah, not sure if it would have helped, but maybe more than Gavachos. Ako who knew that they have champions, or that it would be a quick win. Still some army by Salad. The Mutsa as well. Could potentially snipe the SO here at least. Doing a good job at that. Mongols having lower pop is kind of normal, but problem is all this middle land right now belongs to Ganji. And isn't that fortified? I mean, 9 towers going up, and some of them aren't even up. 4 towers are up for now. It's still think there might still be opportunity for Mongols to like stabilize somewhere, clear the army, and then come back. Last chance to bet. There's another Mangudai troop on the field. And the Hussar taking out the traps. Maybe said lives in not like these. Went okay. Didn't lose as much as I thought. Still, I kind of wanted to clear the traps instead of running under the SO. Whoa. Also went better than I thought. Red formation OP. Hussar, unique units, siege ram, siege onager ram. Yeah, that sounds like the usual Mameluke comp. Mongol comp. Mixing a few champ at the start can give you a head start to the map, though, maybe. But wants to get the big Mongol fan here, right? It is a hard matchup against Koreans, too, I think. Especially on a close map. On a long map like this. I said the water might come into play. Ganji is making it a play. He has cannon-gates and galleons on that water there. And established a position at the front, but is space secure for now. And the longer the game, the better for Mongols. Hussar to snipe siege, obviously, is the point. Oh yeah, you were the Hussar hater in that, in the general discussion, right, Kaiko? Were you the original? No, Senior was the Hussar hater. Wait, weren't you the one defending Hussars? Everybody was defending Hussars, but Senior, but some shots on the Mangudai. You were saying Hussar OP? Hussar are very good, yeah. Also here, right? Look at those. All that siege could die to Hussar right now. And there is a certain risk of, like, Koreans have a problem. They always run out of halberdiers. Not because of the opponent, but because their siege onagers kill their own halberdiers a lot of the time. Here, for example, kill 2. I was gonna kill another 3. And that means they run out of halberdier meat sheet really quickly. Also another problem for Koreans, they run out of wood very quickly, so it's always like these weird moments where the halberdier supply stops. Because of the wood amount. Ganji's doing a great job, 50 on wood, but that's a risk, right? And then the siege is unprotected if they are not standing next to the towers and Hussars get sniped. This is like really what Ganji's good at though, right? One push, microing, diverse unit comp. I think that's Ganji's forte. And it will be really hard to beat him with Koreans in the tournament. So I think a potential snipe people should consider or ban against him. I think I'm playing him, right? Actually. If I win my match tomorrow, I play against Ganji, which is confirmed now because Ganji will be in the winner match. It was quite brutal, but Ganji is also quite good, so not too much to be ashamed about. Yeah, I think you had a good matchup, Salad, in the second game, but went to the water too late and let Ganji outproduce you as well. Ganji noob doesn't look like it, Terz. He just won his opening match 3-0. Military KD 420 to 350. Ganji the champ. Hey, Venegor. If you just joined, you missed the set. My water was cut off, so the pathing was done for me. His water was cut off too. You just had to give up the better water spot because you went water too late. Stone count, yeah, all the eco counts better for Koreans. Not surprising, they have treadmill crane. Mongols are slow. This was a good matchup for Mongols in the match against Koreans, but Ganji managed to quickly bridge the distance with the towers in the middle and worked well there.